People of Earth, good evening from Tokyo, Japan, for this edition 77 of Star Nation News. This week, in this edition, we will speak about galactic negotiations. Where is the Galactic Federation of Worlds going with this requested negotiation from the Dark Fleet? We will go deeper into this and more. So fasten your seatbelts and engage! Since the fall of the Seeker Empire, the galaxy, of course, is filled with Seeker squads roaming rogue, attacking worlds, but without great success, because the Galactic Alliance is there to look after the population and guarantee peace. The Galactic Alliance, the United Galactic Alliance, is the coalition of many different organizations, the most powerful of them being the Galactic Federation of Worlds, the Anarch Empire, the Council of Five, and we have other minor organizations such as the Ashtar Galactic Command, and also these organizations in themselves are parted in subdivisions. All of these people is working at maintaining peace in the galaxy, and peace is obtained only when a threat of disturbance is neutralized, such as the Nebu, as the Nebu were, thanks to the Galactic Federation of Worlds. The Nebu hive is no more, and so we can now safely guarantee a future of Earth that is human, thanks to Denethor and the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Sometimes you have to take arms to defend what is dear to you and the people who are dear to you. But it is not the first solution, as I often explain to you. The first solution is, regarding the Galactic Federation of Worlds, to seek for first diplomatic negotiations. And if it is possible, they will put everything in their power, all their wisdom, the wisdom of their elder sage councils, to reach to agreements, conflict resolutions. And only when this is not possible, well, when it comes to saving lives of trillions of people, of the whole planet, well, the Federation will be forced to take arms. And they are a powerful machine. We have seen recently a powerful demonstration of this force, this strength, that has put an end to the tyranny of the Seeker Empire. But now that the Seeker Empire is defeated, its former allies are seeking new alliances. There was a powerful organization which is the Aldebaran Dark Fleet. The Aldebaran Dark Fleet is responsible for the Fourth Reich Antarctica Nazis. And the Aldebaran Dark Fleet has been remaining neutral during all the time the Seeker Empire was attacked by the Galactic Alliance. Why did they remain neutral, although they are a very big power? Because they were waiting to ally with the winner. That's what baddies do. You know, baddies have no word, they change as the wind and go with the winner. Well, they are a bit in trouble now. They went to seek negotiation, audit to the High Council of the Galactic Federation of Worlds to negotiate to keep their trading territories now that the Seeker Empire has rescinded and lost. All the territories that were in the hand of the Seeker Empire are now free, given back to their own inhabitants. All the worlds that were enslaved are now free and given back to their people. So the Dark Fleet, who was threading on these territories, but they can't anymore. They can't do their business anymore. And the Dark Fleet, the Aldebaran Dark Fleet, has based its prosperity and empire on trade, slave trade and weapon trade. And these two things they know is forbidden, strictly forbidden by the Galactic Federation of Worlds. You don't trade weapons, you don't smuggle weapons, you don't trade living resources, people, whatever the species or the culture. So now the Dark Fleet is in trouble. They went to seek not the Galactic Alliance, but the Galactic Federation of Worlds, which is a part of the Galactic Alliance, asking them, can we make some sort of a deal to have our territories where we are trading still there? It's not yours. It's now belonging to the people, the original worlds that have been freed, but we would like to keep on trading there. You know the ethics of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. They do not tolerate weapon trade and slave trade. Illegal substances are also on the list, but who doesn't do it? They more have an issue with weapons and slaves. And negotiating with the Dark Fleet, it's a no. It's absolutely a no. But the Federation has the role of maintaining peace in the galaxy. Justice and balance, transforming pain into peace, are the main motto of the Federation. So now the thing is, they need to maintain peace and also tell the Federation, tell the Dark Fleet to fuck off. No, we won't trade with you, no agreements with you. So what is going to happen, we will know in the coming weeks by my contact Thor Han, who is a high officer in the High Command of the battle station Excelsior, which has now passed into the command of Admiral Jor-El, who is a friend of mine, and I've been speaking about Jor-El in my books. He was even in my book, We Will Never Let You Down. You remember the Russian astronaut, he was there. And now, this is only a small battle station, this is not the seat of the Federation. As an emissary, I have diplomatic pass to access the lower council, which is just under the High Council, and I can also give you updates of what is going to happen. The Dark Fleet, if they piss off the Federation, if they don't go to an agreement, that means the Federation, the only way they could go with them is you can keep trading rights on these territories if you give up trade, slave trade and weapons. Everybody doubts Dark Fleet is going to do it, and they are not going to do it, and they are not trustworthy. Nobody trusts them. They are horrible people. Horrible people. Ask Tony Rodriguez. No, you don't deal with them. Period. So what the Galactic Federation of Worlds is thinking about doing is accepting, negotiating and coming to a wall with them, that no negotiation, no agreements can be reached, and then this will escalate the request to then the Galactic Alliance, the United Galactic Alliance, which is the structure that is which the Federation of Worlds is part of. If the Federation escalates this negotiation to the United Galactic Alliance Council, this is another ball of game for the Dark Fleet, because that means who is part of the Galactic Alliance also? The Anar Empire. And the Anar Empire as the best peace negotiator of the whole galaxy. He is Prince here. Remember how he sorted out everybody from the Sikaar? No, not the Sikaar, sorry, the Arek. You remember that in the Steelfire cluster, when the Federation wanted to force the Arek to sign a peace treaty and the Arek took it bad, Ia was there to save everyone. Ia is a great negotiator. He often goes throughout the galaxy to be peace mediator. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. And he'll get involved and he'll resolve that. And the Dark Fleet doesn't want that, doesn't want him to get involved. So they are really staying at the level of requesting the Galactic Federation of Worlds. What the Dark Fleet, we suppose, could do is not accepting to escalate the problem to the Galactic Alliance, but to keep the problem with the Federation and get at war with them. Because they can ally with all the rogue groups of Sikaar that are everywhere in the galaxy at the moment, causing trouble. This would be out of despair, and they would lose, and this would be absolutely the end of the Dark Fleet. So you know that it's interesting, very interesting. The Dark Fleet knows that the Galactic Federation of Worlds is before all a peace federation that is there to maintain peace in the galaxy and protect the weak against the mean ones. Keep balance. And the Dark Fleet is trying to play with this. So also there are other cultures in Aldebaran, and they are going to also try to both sides get them on their side. But the thing is, the key would be to escalate the negotiation to the United Galactic Alliance. And once IA gets involved, you have no chance. So here is what is going on at the moment with the Dark Fleet. I am eager to learn more in the coming days, and I will leave you for the moment. And now, let's talk about something else. The star system is undergoing positive changes since the whole planets of Thor were liberated, freed from the Nebu, thanks to the Galactic Federation of Worlds, freed from this tyranny that had been enslaving humans of Earth and performing abductions, namely the Greys. Now that the Earth is free from this horrible tyranny, it has also been freed from the Sikaar Empire. The underground's been cleared, and now the operations are happening on Earth as to bring to the surface the dark shadows that everybody sees it and can fight it. This is the shift to the fifth density that is happening, and the shift to the fifth density, it's the so-called apocalypse, the reveal of the darkness that comes into the light, because when we shift into a higher frequency, everything comes into the light, the bad and the good. And when the bad comes into the light, it's ugly because we see it, but then we can identify it. So all of this is happening at the moment, and the confusion that you are seeing is a product of this shift into fifth density, that you see clearly who are the manipulators on this planet. But let us talk a little bit about what's going on in the vicinity of Jupiter. Well, as you know, the hub, the commercial hub, is being built still, near the vortex, locked into the gravitational field of Jupiter, welcoming visitors from all over the galaxy now, but very restricted and controlled because we are still in galactic war against the Sikaar, although their empire has fallen. All the rogue groups are here everywhere trying to cause mayhem and attack worlds without really efficiency, because they are really outnumbered by the Federation, and you know, but it's still unsafe out there. So it's very restricted, and these rogue groups cannot penetrate the Sol system because you have all these ships of the intergalactic confederation that are there in the Oort cloud that are monitoring any entry in the Sol system. And you also have the military factions of the Galactic Federation of Worlds that are here as well in the star system. Thanks to the Excelsior, one of the 2 battle stations of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, we feel safe. Nonetheless, because of the traffic around the hub and all these tensions in the galactic field, galactic territories, Prince Ea decided to move the Nibiru ship in the higher atmosphere of Jupiter, in the clouds, in the zone protected by the Ashtar Galactic Command. As you remember, there is another ship of the Ashtar Galactic Command. They are the real military tough guys. Not that the Nibiru cannot defend themselves, but you know, you don't take risk, and he moved the ship there. I asked Ea when he told me that last night, I said, why there? Why don't you go to the Oort cloud or to another star system? He said, no, he wants to stay here for the time being, for personal reasons. And from there, from this Nibiru ship, he goes here and there in the galaxy. But for the moment, he made his home here. So that's it for the news from the Nibiru. And I am looking forward to how the negotiations with the Dark Fleet are going to happen. I trust the wisdom of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, who are, as Ea mentioned, like the Jedi of the galaxy, allying spirituality with warfare to protect peace and balance and justice. So let's see how this unfolds. I'm also looking forward to see more and more of you coming forward, connecting with your star families, for those who are not from Earth, and telling the stories, your story, the story of your soul group. Where do you come from? Tell us more about the way they live, their customs, their traditions, the messages they want to pass. Write on social medias, make videos about it. It's time. The star seeds wake up and tell about their stories, their contacts. I'm really encouraging you, and I have always been doing so on my social media. But now, please, it's time we share everything. And so, in this beautiful energy, I'm here in Japan, soon to give the conference in Ginza, and at the moment when you will see this Nation news, the conference will have already occurred. So it is my great honor to bring disclosure and messages from the Star Nation to this beautiful country, which is like a home to me.
Analyzing data.
Muri Uruba is a star system located 580.92 light-years away from Earth. It hosts a diverse range of life forms and primary cultures, spread across 3 planets, moons and planetoids. Among them is a spacefaring civilization known as the Shena, hailing from the 3rd planet Shat Akat II. Although they may appear humanoid at first glance, the Shena are actually a rare species of insectoids living in a hive-structured society. The Shena are not the result of genetic crossbreeding between species, but are instead endemic to their world. Originally, they had a mantis-like appearance, but over time they developed natural genetic shifting abilities and now resembles humans. The reason for this transformation remains unclear, but it may have been caused by a survival necessity linked to a distant past conflict with another invasive culture. Or the story could be totally otherwise. The Shena are fascinating, but they are very secretive. They are telepathic and not vocal, using their mouth only to feed. They do not have any physical records of their history. All information is available to them as an upload in the hive's collective memory. Vegetarian, oviparous, and binary species, the Shena are pacifist and discreet. They are members of the Galactic Federation of Worlds and the Galactic Guild of Merchants. They do not own a very powerful fleet, but important enough to defend their territory and star system. They are not part of any envoy program. Like the Akara mantids, a species to which they are related, the Shena naturally radiate an interdimensional distortion field, which can be uncomfortable to experience if unprepared. Their mental abilities are impressive. They can easily perform telekinesis and mind control, so they are usually left alone.
Star Nation News was brought to you by Elena Danan. Don't miss the latest news every Monday on Elena Danan's channel. Video directed by Stefzak.